anyway, I'm going to show you basically what the brand or the PR agency or anybody who might be looking for talent sees. Okay. I'm going to start by sharing my desktop. I'm going to get rid of my head quickly. And that was this. So when they log in, basically this is what a brand will see. So this is the Sport Endorse team account, which we've set up specifically because some brands, for example, Try a Question, are busy and basically say, look, put the opportunities up for us. And what tends to happen is when these opportunities work, they will then go to the effort of actually setting up a profile, which is pretty simple. But in the busy world that we live in today, we wind up posting on behalf of a number of brands at different points. So you'll see right now that through our account, we've completed 81 opportunities on behalf of different brands, and we have 7 which are open at the moment. Some of which are online, some of which are Ireland specific, and one of which is UK specific. The first thing that's important, I think, that was distinct from that, I'll come back to that, is the talent. So this is where your profile, which Manav presumably has gone through with you, is really, really important. So when they come in, they'll see talent like this. And they can scroll down and show more and keep going forever and ever and ever, because there's just over 1,400 elite athletes on the platform at the moment. And that grows. It'll grow by about 200 this month, right? They can search and filter on the basis of location. So that's on a country basis. So as we're in Ireland at the moment in Dublin, if I was to filter in Ireland, you'll see this guy is UK and we don't know where this person is. This person's UK. So when I apply now, they'll vanish and we're just going to get people who are in Ireland, right? So they can do that on the basis of country. They can do it on the basis of sport. So I'm going to pick rugby only because the last live sport I was at was last weekend, which was a Leinster-Toulouse match. So you'll see rugby players. So this one's in Kenya, this one's in the UK, United States, South Africa. So it's got there's clearly Ireland, etc. So there's, it's again showing you that there's a global reach in terms of the talent out there, which is good news because what it means is more and more brands come onto the platform. And if we take a UK-based brand as an example, they might want somebody in the UK now, but then if they're doing an Irish campaign, then the fact that they know about the platform means that then look at Ireland or vice versa, and the same can happen with other countries. We can also do gender-based, so if they happen to be looking for a female or a male for some reason or another, maybe it's a male grooming product, so they want a male athlete. They can also search on Instagram followers. So if we were to, for the sake of argument, put in 50,000, which is a fairly punchy number of Instagram followers, and search, you'll see here are some of the people who have more than 50,000 followers. So this guy is a football player, another football player, a runner who's in Italy, John Egan, so Sheffield United has captain Ireland, Vanessa, motorcyclist in the UK, Kiefer Crosby, MMA guy in Dublin, Cormac Murphy, actually Irish, and technically he's in New York at the moment because we were talking to him 2 weeks ago, Wayne McCullough, etc. So they've all got 50,000 or more. Instagram followers is important to a lot of brands. It's also not important. It depends upon what they're actually looking for. Then they can do on age. Yeah. They also can look at, they can favorite. So if they're going through and they're browsing, they can favorite profiles which they think look good. So to give you an example of that, favorited talent, 2 footballers, John Egan, a boxer, Cormac, Dave Alred. I love Dave Alred, right? Dave is 80 now, and he actually did a masterclass for us, which is maybe available on YouTube in its entirety. If not, contact Manav and or Lice, and they'll be able to give you the link. He's an incredibly good, I would call him a performance psychologist. He wrote a great book called The Pressure Principle. Why I love him most, though, is on RTE, so the national TV here in Ireland, there's a thing called Ultimate Hell Week going on at the moment. And there's one with kind of what I'm going to call normal people participants. And then there's kind of the more well-known participants. And Dave applied to take part in that at age 80, which I think is just absolutely bananas. I hope when I'm 80, I have the same capabilities. So Grace Kelly, amazingly talented Mayo woman who's doing a lot down in AWFL. Johnny Brownlee, so his brother Alistair as well has written a great book. Amazing triathletes from Britain. Megan Campbell, Shalanya, she's actually featured on a podcast for us, which is another thing we can touch on. So they can favorite people who they think might be useful for different campaigns or different types of things that they're doing at different points. They can also see a news feed, which will show, this shows basically news from athletes on the platform who are posting stuff. So you see Michael Deedy actually was one of the, I think I first did the very first talent webinar like this. Michael logged on, took lots of notes, and has absolutely been smashing it from the point of view of ensuring you're front of mind to brands on the platform. The easiest way is to put stuff up on the newsfeed because they see it all the time. So there you go, Michael again, Shauna Kendrick, Devon Brookshire is a basketball player. It pays to do a slightly different post or a different picture, at least, if you're doing different things. Katie Riley, who's a cyclist, clearly was learning how to use it. So different picture, Michael again. So that helps you stay front of mind for brands. The most important thing, though, is your profile. And I'll come back here to favorited talent, and we'll go look at, see, I don't know, Dave. He probably has well, he's 14.7 on Instagram, right? So I was going to say he probably doesn't have much. So I'm going to speak a little bit down here about what you can put in here. It says services. So you know, we're now mid-May. So in about a month's time, we're going to start improvements on the platform again. We've gathered a lot of data from talking to talent and to brands. So we know how to improve it again. So this title will change to kind of what you'll do. We need to come up with the exact wording and what your interests are as well. So as an example, so book signings, corporate events, guidance, kicking coaching, pressure, excellence, performance coaching. So it's quite around what Dave would like to do. And then you've got videos. So the uploading of videos is really important, I think, as well. If you have any, so you can upload them directly, or you can link to YouTube if they're on YouTube. Because what it does, again, if you imagine a speaking, if I'm a brand and I'm thinking, okay, I want to use Dave to speak, but I've never heard Dave speak. Does he have a squeaky voice? Does he have a really deep voice? Does he talk into his beard if he's got a beard? I mean, we don't know, right? Has he got a really strong accent? Can we understand him in the neighborhood where I want this talk to happen? So a video can sometimes show that. And also if your sporting brilliance is captured on video anywhere as well, it helps add to that, really to the fact that you are elite. So that's one of the things to kind of consider. Again, here's an interesting one. We had a coffee brand, I was talking to a coffee brand at one point. I said, how do we know among I think there was 900 people on the platform at the time. How do you know your 900 athletes who likes to drink coffee? And I was like, oh, good question. So I started to use that in some of these talent webinars. So now you'll see some people have put in coffee in their services, which is really their likes. So if we go, let's look at, I think Jan is possibly on this. So we'll go look at Jan. So you'll see in here, coffee. Okay, so fitness. So it's a little bit, you know, healthy eating. So if I'm a healthy snacks brand, like Good For You based out of Sligo, this is interesting to me. And the videos and the personal bests and some input. So that's all really good. Yeah. Social media, okay, 290 followers on Facebook. It's not going to knock the lights out. Keep that up to date if there are other things. But again, remember, it's not only social media. Sport Endorse is not solely an influencer platform, right? So we're much more, well, I'm personally much more interested in people. So we've built it to kind of accommodate that. So just coming back to the opportunities then, and I'm going to show you how that profile is important, and there's an added element to that in terms of applying for an opportunity, which is important. So if we go in here and we'll look at this one here, right? which is actually for us, for Sport Endorse. Let's go look at the applicant. So first of all, okay, so the detail here is we're looking for a UK campaign ambassador for a 3-month period. So the principle is we want to find somebody in the UK who's willing to say the platform is useful, go have a look at it, and here's some of the ask. 3-month thing. This is a weird number, but that's because of the commission that the platform charges. We wanted it to be €500 a month to the person. So we had to come up with that. That again will get fixed in the next round to make it easier from the brand perspective. So Michael McKernan, right? Fair play to Michael. He said he's written something, right? I'm a footballer, Tyrone, think a great opportunity, etc. Philip Doyle, okay, former rower, or probably, sorry, current rower, but Olympian anyway. Working towards qualifying for a second Olympics. This fella, okay, this is an example of what not to do, right? First of all, he's in Spain, so, but maybe he's applied because of the 70,000 following, 25,000 are in the UK, right? That would be something which, as a brand manager, I might message him and ask about. But if I'm looking at Michael and Philip, he's just said, when you just apply and you don't say anything, that's the message the brand manager gets. Talent has applied for the opportunity. It's not really that compelling. It's kind of like, sure, yeah, I'll have a go. But I'm not investing myself in it. I'm not saying why I'm worthwhile or why I think I could be good for targeting the UK. Okay, so let's see. Diego, talent. Steve, for some reason, nothing's coming up there, which is weird. So David, a hockey player, would love to help. Okay, better. It's short. He's in a rush. It's at least positive, right? So well done, David. Meg Campbell, great footballer. Here we go. Absolutely game for it. So here are people who are clearly, they're making a bit of an effort. So we're likely to engage and talk with them. So active middle distance athlete, connections at Loughborough University and currently studying a master's there. So Alexander is presumably in this, if I'm reading that, what I'm getting from that is, okay, 724. So his sales point, he's saying in his cover letter is, I'm in Loughborough University, which is one of the best universities in the UK for sport, right? And I've loads of connections there, and I'm doing a master's, which means I'm not a freshman, so I have loads of connections. So you can see how that kind of plays out and how that bit is important. It can then be, right, so let's say, I think, let's go and have a look at him. So I see in here, you know what, this is his profile. So he's 22, he's got 724. He hasn't put anything in here. So he's written nothing about himself. So maybe I'll go, now I'm going to just show you comparatively. We'll go back up to Megan. Where's Megan? So same thing for Megan. We come in, we look at Megan and we see about, so there's a bit of about in here, bachelor's degree in social sciences, diploma in this, lots of winning, and there's a video. So more of an effort, so I can learn more. So if I'm using just this data to the side, the person with the fuller profile is more attractive, right? Less risk. It's about de-risking and feeling more comfortable. So the profile is really, really important. And if you've got any problems or questions around that, that's what we're all here for. So you just get in touch with any of us in Sport Endorse, and one of us will help sort you out. So that's really, really important. Question for Manav, actually. Did you go through how people are paid or not?
Not entirely. We went till the stage, Declan, till where they apply, and I showed them, well, the area where they can update their Stripe, but no, I haven't really shown them how the last bit works.
Okay. So then what we might do, this is a bit, have you actually applied for anything or not? Let me just
yes, we did. As John, we applied for as John told me, we applied for 1 minute. I'll just,
okay. So did you show the deal interaction, like the chat function or not?
I did, yes.
Okay, great. Right, so then it's easy. I'll just explain it then. I don't want to go through all of that again. So in this chat function, basically, so let's say Michael, yeah, that's fine. There can be to and fro that goes back on that. Then what happens is when the brand decides to accept, they click accept, and a message will go to Michael in this context saying you've been accepted for this opportunity. He then has to confirm, and then it moves to this area, deal. And they get notifications here as well. As so it'll now say, rather than Matthias Jurgen has applied for the UK campaign ambassador, it'll say Michael McKernan has accepted. Yeah. And it's just about, and that means it's done. It's locked in. It's there for both parties to know about. Once it's done, if you're Stripe connected, the brand gets prompted to pay. And if they pay through the platform, what happens is Stripe automatically takes the amount of money which goes to the athlete, the talent, and sends it automatically into your account. So there's no human interaction on behalf of us. We don't need to manually go through our bank account, see who paid, try and reconcile it, etc., etc. Now, if they pay by bank account, we do have to do that, but we're pushing brands really heavily to pay via the platform because it just makes life much faster for everybody and simpler. So I think that it's really important to go through it takes about 3 to 5 minutes to set up Stripe if you can, because that means you get paid much faster. And the commission structure, which actually might be visible on the here. So yeah, here we go. Commission structure basically is on a deal which is valued €0 to €500. Platform takes 12%, 500 to 2,000, 14%, and 2,000 and above, 16% commission. So essentially, if you're getting a €2,000 deal, platform will charge 16% and you get the balance. If it's anything less than that, down to €500, only 14%, and anything less than that, only 12%. The industry standard is typically 20%. So, and that's why traditional opportunities has now we do less and less of these because clearly it's in the interest of all athletes to go via the platform. So even if we come across an opportunity, like a brand calls us on the phone, we say, put that on the platform. And let's say they want Jantastic to apply. We let Jan know, apply, and it goes through the platform. So she gets a better amount of money from it. That's the whole reason we built the platform. Basically, it's to add more value. So that's the most important part around how we make money. So now you know, there's no other way at the moment. And then if I go back to, if I can find my way back to, here we go, back to Michael. So when they want to post an opportunity, I'll just show you this really quickly. So you're going to see the types of things a brand can put in. So if I can find it, because I've got here we go, new opportunity. So if they post new opportunity, an opportunity name, so it can be webinar test, opportunity type, I can say it's a strategic brand ambassador role, one-off product company endorsement, an appearance, keynote, other, something like that. So we'll say it's a one-off event and appearance. Start date, we're going to put in today. End date, we're going to put in today as well. Start time, it's almost 6 o'clock, so we're going to go 6 p.m. and end time I'm going to leave open. I won't. I'll go 6:05. Will I? We'll get it to end because that'll be there. Doesn't repeat. Country I'm going to say is irrelevant because it's an online webinar, and this is city is going to be irrelevant as well because it's an online webinar. But again, coming back to that point on the filtering, if they wanted to put in there, and we're going to put in a whopping €10, right? And description, it's just going to be test op for webinar. That's basically it. But the detail in here, some brands will put in a lot of detail, some won't. If they don't have a lot of detail in here, don't be afraid to apply anyway, because remember that chat function. That's where you can start having a conversation with them, where you can ask for more details. So it can be, okay, you say it starts at 6 p.m. Let's say I hadn't put in a finish time. How long do you need me to speak for or be there for? Is it 1 hour, 2 hours, etc.? And that allows you to evaluate the fee. Also, if the fee says €10 and you think, actually, you know what, I want €50 for that, you can say in the chat function, listen, could you give me €50 instead of 10? So you're able to do that negotiation type thing. If you're unsure about pricing at any point of your own value, you can contact, again, Sport Endorse, and we'll help you. So this particularly becomes an issue around two things normally, one of which is that speaking appearance. So I'm going to be a panelist So I've got to show up 15 minutes before. It's a 45-minute thing, 15-minute Q&A, and so I'm there for an hour and a half, and they're offering me €500. Is that fair value? How far do you have to travel? Who else is on the panel, etc. Once we know that, we can advise. And the second thing is just around social media posts. We normally get the ability to help on that as well, because some athletes really get, I'm going to use the term exploited because that's what I believe. So don't be shy. That's what we're here for. Anyhow, that's basically it on the brand side. So they can post opportunities like that. I'm going to cancel it because I don't want it to go live. This is a live platform. Your profile is really, really important. The easiest way for you to do things is probably via the app, which Manav will have shown you. And I guess the final thing for me is just to say, you know, we are here. We have an office on Fitzwilliam Street, Upper in Dublin. So if you give us heads up, you're very welcome to come in. Lice is in the room behind me. I'm in a different room because I was in the other meeting. Most we sit in there normally. This is a meeting room. Manav is actually in Dubai. So if you want to meet him, it'll be digitally or when he's coming to Dublin, which will probably be in about 6-7 weeks.
Or if they want to fly to Dubai as well.
We're going to fly to Dubai. I know, it's funny, isn't it? Like the whole team are saying, no, Christmas party in Dubai. But like, you know, we'll see. Yeah. Christmas is a while off yet. We'll see. But Manav definitely has to come to Dublin first. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in our old office, so he has to come and see this. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, I'm taking that as a
no. I have one second just because I actually set my profile up today. How long does like the verification profile or process take for your profile?
Have you gone through the pass-based thing?
Yes.
Okay, then but it's now 6 o'clock. I'd say by 7:30 tonight at the latest you'll be verified. Yeah.
Okay, no bother, that's perfect.
What happens is pass-based will pass you quite quickly. But it only talks to our platform. It's integrated, but it only talks to our platform through the API approximately once every 4 hours. Yeah. But yeah, you'll be verified. If you've gone through pass-based, you'll be verified by this evening, 7:30. No problem. Any other questions? Yep.
Hi all. Hi Declan. Love seeing the picture of Ash Macker on your background.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah, that's I forgot that was there.
The news feed section, is that something Endorse platform, or does that automatically load from your?
Now it's at the moment, unfortunately, it's unique to the platform. Yeah. Again, that's some of the feedback we have as well. Like, what's tricky is around the API. So Facebook and Instagram are essentially owned by the same entity, and you need an API connectivity with them to allow automatic posting. Yeah. So let's say you're posting, for example, you're posting on Instagram, and now you can go add to Facebook. Well, to build in the add to the Sport Endorse platform, they want us to pay an absolutely massive licensing fee, right? Because of course it's driving content away from their platform, so they're not so keen on it. So unfortunately, it's unique to the platform. However, if you're doing something on Instagram or on Facebook, you can just copy and paste. Just have a different tab. So it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be unique. The content you put up doesn't need to be unique to the platform at all. Absolutely not. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Anyone else? Okay, all good. Well, listen.
And also, guys, if you have any questions in the future, you can reach out to us on Instagram as well. Just use the DM for it, and you can probably me or Manny is gonna respond to you straight away. If you have any questions around the opportunity, we always post. If you have an issue to apply, anything you can ask us, and I'm sure we can help you through it.
Yeah, okay, great. Right, guys, well, look, thank you very much for taking the time. We do appreciate it, honestly. And any opportunity we get to show off our platform and explain how to use it so it becomes more beneficial to you, we're very welcome. Very happy to have that. So thank you very much. And don't be shy. Literally don't be shy. If you see an opportunity, you're not sure, whatever, DM us,